So Billy, 4-1 win against your title rivals today. Does that make Tadcaster the title favourite?
I'm not so sure about favourites. I think there's a number of other teams still in it. I think Answorth are very strong. I know we've beat them at their place, but I think they're capable of beating anyone on the day. I think Cleethorpes, unfortunately have gone out the Vars today, so their focus will turn to the league now, and they're a very good side as well. And then you've got the others that are in the mix there as well. Bridlington, and I know they've played more games than anyone else, but Gary's he's been there before. He knows how to win the league, so I'm sure they will have a big say in what's going on. And there's one or two others I think who are still in and around it. I think for us, what it does is it gives us the upper hand over Worksop for definite. 3 games this season now, and we've beaten convincingly 3 times.
How much belief is there in your dressing room that this is Tad's year?
Well, I think we sometimes when you're winning with players, it's dead easy, and when you've got characters like your Jimmy Beadles, Greg Anderson, who's played at a decent level, Dan Clayton's, Josh Greening, Jonathan, his brother, Matt Heath. I think once you've got big characters in the dressing room like that, I think with the players, we always try and get the players to focus just on one game at a time, and that's what we'll try and do. We've got to now, get over today and quite rightly so, enjoy it and celebrate it. But come Wednesday, we've got to go to Pontefract and we've got to give a performance.
Well, you mentioned all the other title rivals there. What message do you think today they'll be reading the scoreline, and what do you think they'll be thinking?
Well, I think they've only got our players once, so I think for us personally, I think what we've got to do now is we'll play our games against all the title rivals, but at the end of the day, it's just one game in it, and what they've got to do is go and beat everyone else, and it'll be the team that does that that'll win the league.
Today, obviously, the conditions were a factor. We had every type of weather conditions. What do you think? How do you think your lads?
I think we coped quite well. I think Worksop are a very good footballing side. They move the ball well, they keep it alive well, and they commit men forward. So I think any team out there that plays them, if you can soak up the pressure and just make sure that you don't get caught with the runs, the blindside runs that they do. What they do is they commit very high up the pitch. They send the 2 fullbacks up, and I think for us it were a case of making sure that we could transfer possession into our hands and then switch play quickly with a purpose. And then from then on, I think 3 of our 4 goals came from 4 or less passes.
You've not had much pitch time over the last month or so, but today it looked like you were the fitter team. Was that surprising?
No, not really. I think we train really, really hard. We do a half-hour CrossFit session every single training session. We've done that now for about 2 or 3 years at previous teams that we're at, and I think that was noticeable last year at Harrogate Railway, and I think it's noticeable this year at Tadcaster Albion. And everyone joins in, from John O'Green, who's been at the highest level, Matt Heath, who's played at the highest level, to some of the youngest lads. And there's a great sense of achievement when you finish it. It's hard, it's rigorous, and I think it prepares you for definite for a long, hard season.
Now, obviously today you've scored 4, but how do you think you have done the business over the league leaders?
Well, I think we've got a game plan. We stuck to our game plan. The lads have got great belief in it. We've got an honest set of lads. I think at half time we spoke about some of the areas that we might be able to exploit. I think we've played a very, very good footballing side here today, and there's times when you think you're going to get overrun, but we've stood our ground. We've made sure that at the right time, when we've had possession, we've been quick and we've been direct, and I think that's helped.